All right, welcome everyone to Thursday, December 19th, 2024's board meeting. I will call this to order. If you'll join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Dana, you want to read the mission, vision, and value statement?
Okay, mission statement: educating each student to the highest standards while motivating them to reach their fullest potential and graduating them to be college, career, and life ready. Our vision statement: our schools are a place where children belong. Each student is known by name, strength, and need, and provided the education and opportunities to achieve success. Our values: striving for equity, inclusion, and belonging, celebrating diversity, engaging the community, supporting the whole child, promoting and achieving academic excellence.
All right, thank you. Next, we have review or revision of the agenda. Anyone have anything? Okay. We'll move on to public comments on agenda items only. All right, since no one signed up, we'll just move on ahead to the consent agenda. Does anyone have any comments or motion?
I'll move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Director Nelson, seconded by Director Richardson. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed say nay. Any abstain? Ayes have it, motion passes. Okay, next we have the board action calendar for December and January. Any questions or anything on that?
Just on our work session that we have, that is scheduled, right?
Yes, it is. It's scheduled for January 16th.
Awesome. And it says we're going to be going over fall data. That's all compiled. Everything's ready to go?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, nothing else. We'll move on to student staff recognition. The Colonel Wright Troubadours.
Testing. Greetings. We are the Carteret 4th and 5th grade troubadours. Ms. Harwood is our director, and Mrs. Casey Sarge is our sound technician. This year, our school is celebrating its centennial birthday. We also wish to commemorate the Christmas trees of World War I, which was 110 years ago.
Please sit back and enjoy a few selections of the Christmas truce of 1914, where songs stunned a war for a week. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity to share with you, and most of all, thank you, our administration and school board, for your support that helps make our learning environment possible.
Here we come, a Wasco among the leaves so green. Here we come, a wandering so fair.
All right. Thank you. That was good. Next, we have student representative of the board. Nancy, you got something?
This month has gone pretty smoothly. Winter sports are finally in action. The girls and boys basketball teams were sent off to Seaside today. The swim team is currently hosting their meet in Hood River, and we finally have a complete girls wrestling team competing this year. This season appears to be at a great start for Athletic Hogs, an exciting season. Early this month, we had our first practice lockdown drill of the year. Law enforcement and first responder partners were all present during this drill. It was a much-needed procedure to educate the process with the students. Winter break is coming close, and at TDHS, we're currently having our Winter Spirit Week. We're having such an awesome time, and we also had a wrapping party with all the gifts from the Giving Tree. The 23-24 yearbooks have finally arrived. On Friday after school, the students and families who purchased their yearbooks will be given a chance to pick them up during the signing party. Lastly, I'd love to inform you that TDHS has provided the students with a new club, HOSA, Future Health Professionals. The club creates a first-hand opportunity for our future medical hawks, and they're currently fundraising for a chance to allow the members to go compete at their state leadership conference in February.
All right, thank you. Next, we have building student representative reports. Start with Chenoweth Elementary, Elijah Kunal and Sophie Dominguez.
Sophie's not here. I'm the only one.
Testing? Good. In advance, my original sentence was kind of bad, so I'm just going to be making this up as I talk. Hello, my name is Elijah Keenel. I'm a fifth grader at Chenoweth Elementary. Sadly, no one from Chenoweth could be here today, so it's just me. Here's the news. ASB has planned a winter party for all the students tomorrow afternoon. We will be making fruit snowman and winter-themed crafts. We had a school-wide coin challenge fundraiser to help buy some of the supplies. And in favor of the holiday season, fifth grade was building gingerbread houses this Wednesday. So, family night is coming up, but I kind of forgot when. What? So, Chenoweth has started a 90% attendance wheel of the school. There's a lot of people on that. And fifth grade is planning a dance on the 17th of January, where the Dows brought a nonprofit organization, a native musician to our assembly next week, Charles Wood III. He sang and shared traditional singing and drumming with us. And the Riverhawks are coming once a month, and next time it's going to be with our mascot, Reggie Riverhawk. Anyways, that's the news at Chenoweth. Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. Goodbye.
Thank you. Next, we have Dry Hollow with Noah Anslinger and Everett Gibson Bodenall.
Hi, I'm Noah Onslinger. And I'm Everett Vodenall. We are the fifth grade representatives for Dry Hollow. Our word of the month is gratitude. Dry Hollow is very grateful for the school board.
The Dry Hollow Giving Tree is going great. Everybody is generously giving to those in need during the holidays.
Our cozy Christmas carol night included pictures with Santa, homemade cookies, cozy blankets, singing and dancing. It was very well attended and enjoyed by both students and parents.
We would like to thank our teachers for working hard to meet with all of the parents for conferences a few weeks ago. They were able to work a full day and still have energy to tell our families what great students we all are.
OBOB, also known as Oregon Battle of the Books, has started at Dry Hollow and is meeting on Thursdays.
Student Council organized a Spirit Week this week. Monday was Holiday Sweater Day, Tuesday was Sports Day, Wednesday was Wear One Color Day, today was Crazy Hair and Sock Day, which was easy for me, and tomorrow is Pajama Day. We are one day away from winter break, which reminds me, Everett, how does Santa keep track of every fireplace he has visited?
I don't know. How does he?
He keeps a log. This has been Noah Onslinger
And Everett Vodenall with the Dry Hollow Board Report. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, thank you. Next, the Dalles Middle School. Rosalind Elliott.
Rosalind Elliott couldn't make it tonight, so I'm filling in for her. Hello, my name is Brianna Palmer, and I'm the ASB Spirit Leader of the Dalles Middle School. We have just held our second assembly last Friday, and we held a food donation drive and collected over 800 items that were delivered to St. Vinny's Food Bank today. It was a competition between 6th, 7th, and 8th grade homerooms. We recently sold candy grams and delivered those to students today. Finally, we have our Winter Spirit Week this week. Monday was Favorite Hoodie or Sweatshirt Day. Tuesday was Holiday Gear Day. Wednesday was a whiteout. Today was Sports Day, and tomorrow is 'Twas the Day Before Winter Break. 8th grade is in the lead for Spirit Points, followed by 6th grade, then 8th grade. Our boys basketball and cheer just ended, and wrestling and girls basketball starts in January. Good night.
All right, thank you. Next, Innovations Academy, Adrian Miramontes. Okay, we'll move to the Dalles High School, Sophie Hernandez.
Okay, good evening, District 21 School Board. I'm Sophia Hernandez. I'm the Executive Vice President of ASB at the Dalles High School, and I'll be filling in for Riley Elliott today. So I'll get right into the updates of all things TDHS. This week, TDHS celebrated our final days before break with a Spirit Week. It was encouraged of students to join in on during and after school activities, as well as dress up throughout the week. We had our first bonfire in over 20 years held at the Wetonka campus, and it was a success. We also held a gingerbread building contest today during lunch, and seniors took the win. We will be finishing up our dress-up days tomorrow with Ugly Sweater Day, as well as the distribution of the 23-24 yearbook. The Dalles High School will also be hosting another Hawkville party this Friday to celebrate the end of the 2024 school season. So sugar cookies were purchased and handed out to students who made the honor roll in trimester 1, and 191 students with a 3.5 GPA or higher were rewarded with cookies in order to commend them for their hard work. Winter Formal this year will be held on January 25th at the Civic Auditorium, and also coming up in January, we will be having the Mario Kart tournament. The school will be hosting a blood drive on February 11th for the students and staff who would like to donate. And now on to sports. So tomorrow the cheerleaders and Reggie are going over to the Chenoweth Elementary School to be a part of their Friday assembly. And this year, for the first time ever, we have a full girls wrestling team. And because of all the new girls, we are advertising for a girls head wrestling coach. At their first tournament at Estacada, they took 5th place, so they're off to a good start. The girls basketball team is off to a great start. They are 5-0, and they are currently ranked number 2 in the state. They are playing today, Friday, and Saturday at the Seaside Tournament, and they will be hosting the number 1 team on Monday, December 30th at the Dalles High School. The boys wrestling team has a lot of new members. They have over 30 boys on their team, and last weekend at Lincoln High School, they finished 5th out of 14 schools in their tournament. And the boys basketball team is coming off a 3-game winning streak. Their record is 3-2. They're also at the Seaside Basketball Tournament, playing for the next 3 days. Our ski team will start competitions January 5th at Mount Hood Meadows. And January is designated to recognize school board members, and Riley has sent all of you an email with the dates of winter sports events that will be held at Kurt's Gym. And during halftime or at some point during the basketball games, we are going to recognize you publicly. So please fill out the form that Riley shared with you, and she will coordinate the dates with you. And on behalf of the Dallas High School ASB, we hope you all enjoy the holidays, and we appreciate all that you do for our community.
All right, thank you. Next, we don't have any staff reports tonight, so we'll move on to school board subcommittee reports. Scholarship Committee, Director Winellage. Nothing? Community Outreach Team, Director Nelson.
Do have so I do have some things to impart. We didn't really have a meeting, but several things came across the emails, and they're pretty great news for us. I have to find my stuff here. Okay. There we go. So the Environmental Protection Agency released the news that 105 selected applications were funded through the Inflation Reduction Act. The Biden-Harris administration announced nearly $1.6 billion across the nation in environmental and climate justice community change grants. The Reduction Act will reduce pollution, improve climate resilience, and build community capacity to address legacy environmental justice issues around the nation. But in the last round that was just released, the Dalles is one of the 105 grants that were granted. And I just wanted to read, when you look that up and you find where we are, the Dalles, this is what it says. Columbia Gorge Education Service District and Columbia Gorge Community College Foundation will create the Columbia Gorge Early Learning and Resilience Center in the low-income rural community of the Dalles, Oregon, by renovating a 1954 school building to anchor a community-wide set of activities and function as a critical community resilience center. The building will be solar-powered, grid-island, to reduce air pollution and provide the community with resilient power during extreme climate events. The Columbia Gorge Early Learning and Resilience Center will also include 2 new EV charging stations, a new bus stop, and air filtration systems. Additionally, the project will expand Columbia Gorge Community Service District's successful career technical education programs. So CG, or Columbia Gorge ESD, successfully submitted and was selected for this EPA Environmental Change Grant. It's nearly $20 million, and our superintendent, Caroline Bernal, She said also they received the Brownfield grant in the amount of $500,000 for asbestos abatement work needed to be done. And I just wanted to read two quotes. Senator Merkley and Senator Wyden put out an announcement yesterday, I think it was. And this is Carolyn Bernal's, Dr. Bernal's statement. North Wasco County School District is excited for this collaboration with CGSD from an educational standpoint. Increasing access to high-quality early childhood education is a win-win for all. Not only will it increase a quality pool of future applicants who want to work and live in the Gorge, it will provide a training ground and potential CTE pathway for young adults interested in the education profession. And finally, it'll fill a long-standing void of available childcare that has long been absent from this region. We are extremely appreciative and want to thank Senator Wyden and Merkley for all of their support in this project throughout the process, as well as the Environmental Protection Agency for our selection. We look forward to our work together as this project gets underway. And then Dr. Kenneth Lawson had a statement also I thought was very interesting because it's a little bit different. It's not all about the Early Learning Center. This transformative project, he says, addresses two critical challenges facing our region: the severe shortage of childcare and our community's resilience in the face of climate change. With 89% of local families reporting the lack of childcare limits their access to education and employment, this facility will become a game changer. The Early Learning Center and the Climate Resiliency Hub will serve over 200 children while creating a renewable energy power refuge that will protect our most valuable or vulnerable residents during extreme weather events. This project will create a learning laboratory where CGCC early childhood education students can gain hands-on experience while also providing substantial scholarship support for 120 CGCC students pursuing careers in climate-focused fields. These programs include electromagnetic technology, green building, advanced manufacturing, and our upcoming agricultural technology program. We are deeply grateful to the Environmental Protection Agency, our many community partners, and Senator Merkley and Wyden for their steadfast support of this project. Their commitment helps ensure that the Columbia Gorge remains a place where families can thrive, workers can advance, and their careers and children can get the strong start they deserve. And I am so anxious someday, a few years from now, to look up on the hill where old Chenoweth Middle School was, and there will be a new, bright building that houses all of this for our early learners. I can't wait. So I think it's all but gonna happen. I mean, I'm pretty positive, about 99% sure. So thank you.
That's it. Okay, thanks, John. Next, we have the Wellness Committee, Director Richardson. Okay. Equity Committee, Director Winillich.
Yes, I'd like to let everybody know that we've sent out a flyer requesting new members. We're looking for teachers, parents, community members, administrators that are wanting to support the success of every student, regardless of their background or circumstances, identifying and addressing inadequacies within our district, collaborating to create inclusive environments that reflect and respect the diversity of. And our next meeting is going to be January 13th. And if anybody's interested, please reach out to Sandy Harris, our HR representative. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Wasco County Forest Collaborative, Director Nelson. Okay, OSBA Legislative Policy Committee, Director Richardson.
Thanks, Chair. I'll be brief. So the legislature will convene in earnest in January, and I'd like if she'll allow me to pass the mic to Director Wynn Ellen, who had positive advocacy on behalf of students. Do you mind sharing what you were working on with the representatives? Because that's exactly what we're doing now, is trying to get education in front of our representatives. Thank you.
So I have been focusing on why all school districts, when there's a drop or an increase in our student numbers, why we can't let the state know. Because we have to project 3 years out, and they don't let us make corrections. So I have been sending emails, making phone calls, and I actually got the representative for South Wasco's head guy. We talked for 20 minutes, so he's going to talk to him. Everybody's on vacation. I talked to Representative Jeffrey Helfrich. I can't remember, what was her title? Something staff. She's in charge of what? Chief of staff. And I got a really good email from her, and I'm trying to advocate that we should be allowed to update our student numbers quarterly, because they ask us to tell us monthly how many children we have in our schools. And if we have drastic changes, plus or minuses, we should be, at least from an accounting standpoint, I think quarterly should be allowed to be able to change the numbers as our student population grows and decreases, so that we are not left with either less money or more, or money taken back at a very inopportune time for us to run a school. Yeah, and it will help our budget immensely. So that's where we stand. If you guys send emails, call them. It takes forever, but I've been hounding them like a dog on a bone. So I think they're tired of seeing my emails pop up and my phone calls. But yeah, I was excited when I started getting feedback.
Thank you for your service and for letting me impose on you.
All right, thank you. Next we have, that's it. We'll move on to new business. Superintendent's report.
Thank you. I don't have a formal report tonight. I just wanted to give you a few updates on a couple of things. Ahead of the legislative session that's coming up, the local superintendents here, Superintendent Newton from Hood River and Superintendent from Duffer, and then South Wasco, we're collaborating with Superintendent Peterson from the ESD to try to schedule in January some time with our local representatives and senators, because we want to put faces to our districts with them and advocate for why we deserve to have adequate funding, and what it would mean and what education could look like if we actually were funded adequately, and also to share the stories of the things that we are experiencing and the needs that we have in our districts. So we're working to get that done in January, because we feel it's really important to advocate and get in front of our local representatives and senators. So hopefully we're able to get something. I got an invite today for some placeholders in January, so looks like we're making progress towards that. And lastly, I just want to say that as we head into this holiday break, I've really emphasized and encouraged everyone on our leadership team to really take some time off so they can rest and reflect and do things that bring them joy. And I continue to tell them we have to do that in order so that we can return as joyful leaders and be ready to meet our students and staff and families when we come back in 2025. So if it's a little bit of a skeleton crew the next couple weeks, it's because they heeded my direction and my directive. And I have some worker bees on my team that don't like to take time off, so I may have to crack down on some of them. And they know who they are. So with that, that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next, Chief Financial Officer's report. Mr. Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Dana, for your efforts. I would welcome that. I think we also need to recognize that it's kind of like turning an ocean liner to get the state school fund to react. And that being said, the thing that we sometimes lose sight of is there is a safe harbor. So if your enrollment drops, you don't get paid less than you did last year. And they allegedly have a method to recognize enrollment gains, but by the time they recognize them, the school year's over with. So it would be welcome to have updated state school funding. My first item, Mr. Chairman, I'll remind the board that last year in the budget preparation process, it was a bit of a whirlwind. And I advised the board that we'd likely have to come back and make some changes. So I'm proposing this resolution to make some transfers of appropriations in 3 different funds. The expenses are legitimate. They were just budgeted in the wrong spot. So I need action on resolution 24506.
I make a motion to approve the resolution 24, 25, 26, a resolution transferring appropriations within various funds.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, motion by Director Nelson, seconded by Director Winelage. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Any abstain? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Thank you. We produced the regular financial statements. Frankly, we've been very busy trying to get the audit wrapped up so that the report is issued on time and we don't turn off the faucet with the state school fund. I think the final pieces of the puzzle are due to be returned to the auditors tomorrow, and they'll probably date their report tomorrow. They have a scheduling conflict at the next regular board meeting, so I think I will be presenting the audit report, and you might, as board members, receive individual emails from the auditors around the management letter and findings and that sort of thing. But we'll go through the audit in more detail next month. I do have one positive thing that if you look at the enrollment graph, that's an unusual, that's 5 years worth of information, and that's the first year we've had sort of a flat line for this period of time. So again, one line doesn't necessarily make a trend, but it's hopeful. And finally, Mr. Chairman, a couple of things. As Dr. Bernal noted, most of the staff's going away. The building, the maintenance people will still be. They take this opportunity to catch up with some of the bigger things that they can't get done. One of them I want to mention is in this fall, we contracted with Tremco to patch the roof on all of the buildings. That's been successful. They reacted to, there were a few leaks and they came and caught those. But another part of their contract in their warranty, 5-year warranty on the roofs, is that they make quarterly inspections, and they were recently here to clean the drains and the gutters and all that, which is hopefully going to extend the life of the roofing. I asked Ryan Ollinger for what things are happened recently. We've replaced the ice machine in Kurt's gym, and over the winter break, they're going to well, started to say replace, but I think they're going to add to the playground chips at Colonel Wright because some of the concrete pillars were poking out through the chips. So they'll be doing that. They're going to replace the ceiling tiles at Watonka that look like the roof used to leak. They're going to do some drywall patching in this building, and they'll have an opportunity for not like summer cleaning, but a deeper clean during the Christmas break. And the report, Tamara Taylor, the representative from Sodexo for the food service, has really only been here a couple of weeks, but she has scheduled the Future Chef competition for elementary students for the 19th of February, so I need some fair and impartial judges they're going to, I think they're going to do the main entree, so it'll be here on the 19th, and we need 5, maybe? Three board members and a couple of others? How many judges? Yeah. So we probably only ought to have 3 board members, so we don't have a public meeting while we're judging. Dana and Dave are willing to do it? Okay. John will do it. Okay, we got 3 board members, and the superintendent I know will volunteer. Okay. So we're good. It's fun. We did it a number of years ago, and the kids enjoyed it, and it's good for their parents to come and see them cook, and it's worthwhile. And I think, Mr. Chairman, I think that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Next, the Board Attorney's report. Mr. Corey? Okay, next we have first reading on policies. Policy JBA, GBN, sexual harassment. Policy JFE, pregnant and/or parenting students. Policy JHCD, medications. Those are all first readings. If anyone has any questions.
Thank you. On the policy JHCDAR medications number 4, there's bracketed, highlighted language. Is there a recommended language, or is it specific to district? It looks like the size. Is it going to be the principal, or
So,
this is notification
you're a
when
little-
a student needs opioid?
You're ahead of us, but
sorry.
so it's an AR under information only, but I
Apologies.
was going to speak to that when it came up. I can speak to it now, or we can wait till information only. Which do you
I'm
want?
passionate about certain
I know
things.
you
okay?
are. I know you are. And so I can speak to it now, or we can wait till we get to the item. Okay. It's coming really quick.
Anyone else? If you have anything after this, you can get a hold of Cindy.
Or me. Or me.
Yeah. Next we have, for information only, policy GCBDA, GDBDA, AR, family and medical leave. Policy ACAR, sex-based discrimination under Title IX. Policy JFE, AR, individualized plan for pregnant and/or parenting students, and policy JHCD-AR, medications. Policy GBN, JBA-AR, sexual harassment complaint procedure. That's a delete. And then policy JBN, JBA-AR, federal law, Title IX, sexual harassment complaint procedure. That's a delete.
Okay. Now I'll give you the information. We recognize that in the policy JHCD-AR medications, there are several sections that are yellow highlighted that are still under review. The reason we included it is because it does go with policy JHCD above. And so we wanted you to be able to kind of see the first glance. What will happen is at the next board meeting, when we bring back policy JHCD medications for approval, we will also bring back the AR with the recommended changes. So all the yellow highlighted will be taken care of. Okay. And thank you for being so passionate.
Does anyone else have anything?
I gave up. The formatting is weird, so I just gave up. We'll make sure that the final one, OSBA will make sure the final one's correct.
All right, we'll move on to comments from the audience about non-agenda items. We have none, but the board will accept public comments for the December 19, 2024 meeting. The board is committed to the public comment process and will consider all public comments seriously. Public comments for virtual meetings will continue to follow school board policy BDDH, public participation in board meetings. Anyone wishing to sign and speak during public comment section of the agenda shall follow board policy BDDH, public participation in board meetings, which states a person speaking during designated portion of the agenda for public comment may offer objective criticism of district operations and programs. The board will not hear comments regarding any individual district staff member. The board chair will direct the visitor to the procedure in board policy KL, complaints for consideration of a legitimate complaint involving a staff member. Accommodations involving a staff member should be sent to the superintendent, who will forward them to the employee, a supervisor, and the board. The board requests that public comments add information or perspective that has not already been mentioned previously, and that the patron refrains from repeating a similar point. And with that, we will adjourn this meeting.
Chair, there were several second reading and adoption policies in my packet. One on family and medical leave.
Oh, those are in the consent agenda.
It's not on the agenda, but
They're in the consent agenda.
Oh, that's in the consent agenda. Okay, I thought I couldn't figure that out. This new method is, okay, sorry about that.
All right, so meeting adjourned.